Hey YouTube, coming at you with a viewer submitted battle from Fat Gosu Nerd, and they said these are from earlier in the season. So their comment was first, thanks for the content, longtime subscriber. This is from the previous open rotation of Great League. General gameplay comments. Believe my timing is generally good despite legs causing horrendous throws on alignment against the 5-turn. Okay. Sometimes I have to turn off Wi-Fi because it's so bad. Well, it's only worse now after that recent update. I suffer from a lack of game awareness, not knowing how to optimally play certain matchups, and sometimes I boomer swap. By my intent this season is to play one team and stick to it. The video is part of the learning process. Yep. If you do the shoutcasting, don't worry about being too harsh or critical. Accept and welcome all critique, no matter how harsh it sounds. Okay, so the team itself, Mantine, Vigoroth, Goodra. Pretty standard team. Mantine is your flyer. You got a counter user to deal with the steals and stuff, which Mantine will have problems with. And getting Goodra as your safe swap. Goodra, Mantine's got pretty good bulk overall. So it's pretty straightforward for the team comp. That's no issues there. Carbink is tough. So going straight into Vigoroth, and get hit with an Annihilate. Okay, so this is really bad. Everything is resisted. There's not much you can do here. Get off the rock slide. They'll just commit to the farm down, as they should. Get another rock slide, which is okay chip, right? Now, though, you have to take a Shadow Ball. How do you play this out? Carbink is like kind of tough for this team. So you just got to let this go. They just Ice Punch you. I'm surprised they did not throw the Shadow Ball there. Okay, so they're just going to Ice Punch the first one. There's the Shadow Ball. You're going to sacrifice this. I would throw the Water Pulse at the Carbink to try and do some chip. And then, yeah, unfortunately, you just have to instant swap to Goodra, shield everything, and then start Aqua Tailing. So that landing is actually pretty nice. Mantine, so get the Thunder Punch off. Let's see if they grab a shield here, or they just go to shield Carbink. You do grab a shield. Unfortunately, if you let this go, well, one, it's Ice Beam, but two, even if you let that go, then you're just in like rock throw range from Carbink, so you're kind of screwed there. Speaking about screwed, bad lead. This will just be either like a Brutal Swing or a Thunder Punch. That still does chip, and out comes a Wiggly. So I'm going to get this, and then I would go one counter and throw that second Body Slam. Yep. This may grab a shield or hopefully flip switch. No, oh, not enough. Let your switch clock burn out, because then you got to come in Mantine for like one wing attack, two wing attacks, and then like instant swap here, because they're going to be switch locked if you don't. Okay, yeah, they're trying to burn their switch clock because it's a bit desynced there. Instant swap there. It's tough because this will do chip, but you have no idea what's in the back yet. Galysopod. Jesus. You got a shield. I was going to say, I don't know if it's worth going straight Thunder Punch here, because I feel like they can just shield and outpace you, which is how I would play it. I would just shield outpace, knowing that you're so walled against the electric on the front. It's basically like take this down as much as you can. You get another move off, so that's actually a misplay on their part. I still would have tried to grab the shield from you or take you out. And then we're going to instant swap, and now you probably do win. Yeah, I think they misplayed. I don't mind the first shield on them for the Thunder Punch, but you can't double shield and mess it up like that. Okay, Dragonair lead. Yeah, we're just going to stay in here. Building up to an Ice Beam. I like that. This will hurt. And the problem is if you let this go, well, you'll still grab a shield, but I feel like they can just determine whether they want to keep switch or not here, because the Dragon Breath is just going to outpace the wing attack here. And you instant swap, try and snipe. So good heads up there, actually. Because it's unlikely that they have a Charmer in the back, just because like if you have a Dragon in the front and Charmer in the back, you're already kind of hurting against steals. So it'd be very tough to run that that combo. So it's a good snipe knowing that they probably don't have a steel. I mean a fairy. So get off the Aqua Tail. They shield. Zigrean will probably just let this go. They'll probably get a couple more counters. Oh, they instant swap into Gligar. My only concern with this is they're going to outpace you anyways. I guess that's fine. Just like trying to get to the Water Pulse, I guess. I guess a Water Pulse. Will it even take out from here? Or you still need a Body Slam? That's my only concern about this play. Is that if it was Ice Beam and you're going to get to the Ice Beam, sure. If you're only going to get to the Water Pulse, it probably just takes 2 Body Slams anyways. So you probably could have just taken, maybe not from it, a non-Shadow Gligar. It probably takes 2 Body Slams on the Shadow Gligar, maybe not the non-Shadow. So maybe you had to chip there first. So they're staying in, going for the bait. Talonflame is pretty glassy, so you may grab the shield out of this. Yeah. Now, I'm probably letting Fly or Brave Bird go anyways if I was in this situation. It is a Fly. Ooh. What are they doing? I mean, this is early season 2000 ELO range, so it's not that high, but like, this is rough. What are you doing? Why aren't you grabbing the second shield? Because they could have Ice Punch here. And that would do like good chip, and now you're shielding. I don't like this. Okay. This is where I would say stop, because you have... How much energy do you have here on your Mantine? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 1, 1, 2. So you're at 7. So here goes 5. So you need 3 more to get to the first one. 1, 2, 3. So you're at a full Aerial Ace, and then they make a crazy instant swap here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're at 2 moves right here. I don't think there's a reason you don't go back to back here, knowing that the first one puts it there. I don't like this instant swap. Again, you can just like take this out. You either grab the shield or take it out. And then you can also align the Goodra on the Talonflame after. So how I would have done this is I would have thrown the second move, see what they would have done. Either you would have taken it out or grabbed that last shield, and you probably still stay in this matchup, and then you can align your Goodra on their Talonflame, probably with the shield advantage or just a good alignment anyway. So I don't understand the not taking it out, coming in here anyways into a neutral matchup, needing to worry about the Ice Punch, now needing to burn that last shield, because now a Fly is going to hurt if they come back in with Talonflame. It won't one-shot you because Incinerates are resisted, but like, you do have the Aqua Tail. Does Aqua Tail non-stab even take out from here? They're going to shield anyways. Get off the Fly. Fly's probably not enough. So I'll get to another move, but like, again, I don't like how this is playing out. Did they just catch on a Swampert? Did I just see that? They caught on a Swampert, which is fine. You'll outpace here. I don't know if you'll outpace. Will you get to the counter down before they get to the second Hydro? I think you should. So I think they're like just getting to the first, and you should be able just to counter down and then have a bit of energy coming out and Body Slam the Talonflame. Yeah. Still though, I just think you like take out that Annihilate, and then align easy there. Okay, Gligar will definitely stay in this lead. They may just try and chip. Yeah, you definitely need to fake it, or they're trying to try and catch. You don't have an amazing answer, and I see the hesitation. So I think this is what your comment from I don't know what to do in certain matchups is. And this is on full display here. So let's take a look at this. You're at a Water Pulse. Skarmory comes in. Skarmory is resisting. I mean, the good news is you're resisting its Steel Wing too, which is nice. But they're resisting your wing attacks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You essentially did 5 wing attacks, which means they got essentially 5 Steel Wings too, before you finally decided to chip. I do think chip is the right play, and I do think Vigoroth is the right answer. I just think that you have to throw that Water Pulse immediately and then start getting into Vigoroth and countering and getting ahead on energy. Because what you're essentially doing now is you're chipping, which is fine. You were going to chip anyways. But now they have like 5 Steel Wings through already. So by the time you make this switch, they're now on 6, 7. So by the time you get to a Rock Slide, they're already at like 1.5 Brave Birds. Now, I don't even think a full Brave Bird takes out from here. Yeah, not surprising. So now you can just go Body Slam. But you just put yourself in that situation where you're just like, they're so far ahead on energy that they can do that. And now they just flip switch on you. They're still likely to get to a Brave Bird, which you have to respect, or else you're going to just get like boomed here. So you have to respect that. Farm down. They still have the Gligar, but now they have the Charger Bug. Luckily, Goodra can probably sweep. So I would instant swap Goodra now. X's are still going to hurt. I was about to say, I wouldn't be surprised if they X Scissors to then just put you in Aerial Ace Wing Attack range combo there. And here it comes. And they got some energy because they tried to catch, right? And then you just couldn't figure out what to do. So you let that go. This will... If I'm them, I'm letting it go. Yeah, I'm just sweeping with I was about to say I'm just sweeping with Charger Bug, but they're gonna get another move off here, and you're just trying to go for the farm down. But now they're gonna combo you here, and then they're gonna have a Charger Bug. So I think you're a little sort of delay there, or you're going for the full farm down. You get it, but if the game plays as it should play, they'll get that Volt Switch through and take you out, but you'll have... No, you're done, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just think that your delay there just put on the front end, that extra 5 wing attacks just put you in a vulnerable position when you eventually do make the switch into Vigoroth there. So if you're going to chip, which I don't even mind the chip, you just got to like throw that right away and then get into the Vigoroth so they're not so far ahead on energy. Lanturn, why are we not coming Goodra? Goodra would resist everything. Goodra would resist the electric. Goodra would resist the water. It is a dragon. Rock Slide is not even the right move. You should probably just go Body Slam because one's not going to take out here. And Body Slam has pretty good stab. Like stab damage per energy combo there. So you probably would have just needed the one Body Slam anyway. So... yeah, Goodra was the swap here, and if you're going to swap Vigoroth, you just go probably straight Body Slam. Get another shield. Probably not shield, but probably just get chip, but they will just farm down. I don't know if it'll be close. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Because now you're going to have to eat a couple Aerial Aces on Mantine. Mantine is the right play? No. So the reason Mantine's the right play is because... I mean, they threw Blind, which is fine. But, like, you got to respect the dig. So now, yeah, with Aerial Aces, you know what you're getting on the front end there. What's on the back end? Skarmory. Can you get... They may shield this. In fact, this is probably where... I say never bait. There's like only a couple situations I would bait. This is one that I would bait, and it's just understanding your matchup. They got a Skarmory with 2 shields left. You got a Goodra that everyone knows just got Thunder Punch on the community day, and a Mantine, which at best you're throwing resisted wing attacks and either a Water Pulse or an Ice Beam, which is not even going to do 50%, right? So the Thunder Punch is what you need to worry about if you are the Skarmory. So with 2 shields and a Goodra in, you're likely shielding up almost anything that Goodra's throwing here. So that's why, for me, it's probably an easier bait here. Now, there's even a question whether you can even get to 3 moves here if you baited Aqua Tail twice, and I don't know if you could. Water Pulse will not take out. Now... Brave Bird is going to be super close. And then, oh yeah, so they're just going straight Sky Attack. Because they're reading the same thing I am. It's like, is a Brave Bird going to, like, take this out? So then they eventually Brave Bird. to take you out. So good lead, Golbat. Going to take this Poison Fang. Looks like you're trying to bait an Ice Beam here. So Poison Fang. So I would go bait the Ice Beam, throw the move. You can't, no, man, you can't stand this. I don't mind if you bait the Ice Beam, take the Poison Fang and bait the Ice Beam, but you got to one throw the move and then get out of here because they have lowered your defense already. The Mantine has such a good matchup against Medi, and you also have like a Vigoroth who's going to have a bad matchup, so you're just going to like potentially still keep Sweet Cheer just to put like Goodra on a potential Ice Punch Medi or Vigoroth on it. So you got to like try and get that shield with, if you're going to throw ice, like bait an Ice Beam, fine, or you can just get out immediately, but if you're going to bait an Ice Beam, that's fine. Just throw that Ice Beam and then get out into Goodra. Just this like staying in too long, taking all this damage, eventually make a catch here, but I think it just needs to be like quicker decisions on this. So now they've already got the Poison Fang, and now these are adding up a lot. So you probably need to shield because you need to now try and keep switch for the Mantine. So you got to throw here. If the Medi comes back in, they'll just commit to the counter down. So you may get an Aqua Tail off here. Interesting. I guess with the resisted Dragon Breath, they're willing to commit this here. I'm just surprised they didn't come and get ahead on damage, on energy there. Because now if they eventually make a switch, you're still pretty low. But if they had the energy, they could potentially get the Ice Punches faster and take you out. So they commit the one shield. Ice Punch may take you out, and so this is where it gets like, yeah, you almost need to shield that, hoping that you can just outpace here to the next Aerial Ace. If not, the Wing Attack should put it low enough that you can Body Slam before they get, yeah, so they're going to take you out. But you're basically throwing the Body Slam instantaneously here, because you don't want to take any more counter damage, so that's exactly what you do. Get this out of here. And now it is a Stone Edge, and you have no moves to throw in this. Okay, Flamethrower, whatever. They still need a second move, I think, because the counters are going to add up real quick. Throw the Body Slam. Both moves are resisted. I would just throw the Body Slams, but enough to take out, so it doesn't matter too much. Whiscash, pretty great lead, actually, so they're going to get out into something. Tentacruel. So again, you can chip with this. I don't even mind staying in because they're likely running Scald and like Acid Spray. So no, oh my god. Okay, sorry. You essentially just did like the worst combo you potentially could with this matchup. I understand how good of a matchup Mantine is against Whiscash, so you want to try and save that. What you essentially just did there is fine, staying in and get Wing Attack and Aerial Acing, chipping. They are likely running Acid Spray and Scald. So if you stay in there, they have to dump some energy, either a non-hard hitting Acid Spray, which you could then reset with one of the other Pokemon, preferably Goodra, or you take a resisted Scald. What you can't do is chip, let them have all this energy, now come in with a resisted counter user that now needs probably 2 Body Slams to take this out, because I don't know if you can counter down with 1 Body Slam. Tentacruel is pretty glassy in the Great League, so maybe you can, but like you just put yourself in a really awkward spot, because there's a Skull that you should have eaten, and now your attack is lowered. Again, I think Rock Slide versus Body Slam is not... Let me just give you the stats on this so you can... I know, all in all, Rock Slide probably hits harder than Body Slam. But with the same type attack bonus on Body Slam and this damage per energy, it's almost always go Body Slam. There's very, very, very few reasons that I would go Rock Slide unless it's like super effective. In fact, just to show you how crazy the Body Slam versus Rock Slide is, Body Slam is 35 energy for 72 damage, which is 2.06. Rock Slide only gets you 3 more damage. It's only 75 damage, but it's 10 more energy, 45. So 1.67. So you're doing only 3 more damage, and it costs you like 2 more counters to get there. So there's no reason. The only way you throw Rock Slide if Body Slam is like resisted, like on a rock Pokemon, or it's super effective on like a flyer. Those are the only times you're throwing Rock Slide. Body Slam is what you need to throw here. So this is just 1, not even going to take out, 2, wasted energy. And now you're just in a crap situation here where they're just going to Acid Spray you, counters resisted, so you just farm you down. Flip switch. You should be coming back in Mantine. Because again, Scald and Acid Spray. I mean, Goodra resists it too, never mind. But like, you don't want to show your last Pokemon if you don't have to. Get the Acid Spray. Hopefully you can take this out. At this point, the Tentacruel has done its job. And now they come Mirror Match Mantine. So, not the worst. And you're shielding up a Bubble Beam. Oh my goodness. This is just not great. So now you're down 2 shields. Dragon Breath, Octail will chip it. Mud Bombs are going to come pretty fast here. So here's the first Mud Bomb. Here comes the second one. Probably not enough to take you out, but then they could just Mud Shot down. But first of all, I don't even know why they're shielding anything on this. Like, they should have saved the shields for their Mantine. Because this Whiscash is essentially useless against your Mantine. So now they don't even get a move, even though they were at a move. Your opponent's doing their best, what's it saying? Grasping defeat from the jaws of victory sort of thing. A second Bubble Beam bait. Oh my goodness, that is brutal. Now you have a lowered attack. You're almost at 2 Aerial Aces, but yeah, God. Anyways, you lost it on the lead. You lost it when you switched into Vigoroth and misplayed that Mantine area. So get off the Aerial Ace here. Yeah, it's worth staying in this matchup, right? Wing Attack is neutral, Bubbles resisted. Play Rough will hurt. But it's basically like just a whatever type matchup. It's just going to be close. Because they're so tanky, you're tanky. You could commit to the shield if you want. You would probably live. It'll be close. As I was say, you could have committed to the shield and then just like farmed a bunch and came out with a bunch of energy. They're going to try and take it, but that's kind of a weird play because now you get a second move off here. And it's enough to, oh my goodness, to grab 2 shields. I would shield this one up because you don't know what's in the back, right? Because if you get a fairy or something in the back, well, you probably wouldn't get a fairy in the back when there's a fairy on the front. Never mind. Yeah, I would have potentially shielded because you don't know what's in the back yet. It is a Venusaur. Probably just double Body Slam chip here and then get into Goodra. Or triple Body Slam and take it out. That's fine too, I guess. Now eventually catching on the Goodra. So Frenzy is resisted, but it's still going to hurt. Again, you don't need to use the shield there, but if you're in this situation, is why you might want to start using them because you don't know if they're going to have a fast move damage Pokemon in the back. And then when I said they may have a fairy in the back, that's basically what I was implying. They may have a fast move damage Pokemon in the back where your shields are useless anyways. So when you don't know what's in the back and you have such a shield advantage, you need to start using those shields. I think you may get out of this because Goodra is so tanky that you're actually able to get to 3 Aqua Tails here, which is great. And hopefully you have a Body Slam. You have a Body Slam, but you can also just counter down. But yeah, you definitely need to commit some shields earlier. They try and, I guess, catch a Body Slam, but now it's counter down range. Okay. Thanks for the battles. Yeah, I can see you hesitate in matchups. And there's no real, like, you have one or two options to learn the matchups. You either study them on something like PV Poke, or you're like me and you play 70,000 battles and you just kind of know how all these matchups play out. But basically, those are the only two ways you kind of know how matchups work and what you should be doing. And that really separates the best of the best versus, I was going to say you, but it's not just you. It's like the majority of GBL players. The best of the best know every single matchup in and out, knows how much damage everything does, know when to instant swap, know when to do that. And it's not because they can like memorize it better. Maybe they have a good memory and can memorize it better, but it's just like they've played so many battles and run so many analysis and just they've comboed this work that they know it all, right? So that's just, and they know how to like, oh, I see this, I instant swap into this. I see this, I stay in and chip and do that, right? You get that with experience, which I'm guessing you are still learning a bit here. Anyways, that is it. And we'll do a few more viewer submitted just so I can get these all out of the system. And then I'll see you guys in the next one.